And so everything about life in that business is superficial, right? But it's not. And so a lot of people are like, so you're 35 and you're a go-go dancer. I'm like, yeah, I'm 35. I'm gonna go. They're like, you don't have any, that doesn't have any conflicting things with you. I said, if I was in an area like Dallas or Vegas, it may make me feel objectified,
right?
But in these little towns, in the Midwest and over in the East like this, it's like the people that walk in that are tipping you, they're there for 30 minutes or an hour, 2 hours, but really what they want is somebody to notice them, and somebody to give them attention. And you could be wearing a 3-piece suit, some of them get a little out of hand, but you know how to stop that. And if you've got integrity as a dancer, and you're not just trying to do anything for the paper, you know what I'm saying? Like, because tricks will do anything for $1 these days.
Got that right.
And so for somebody who actually dances, it's almost it was a little letdown at first, because you see, I'm like, none of these other boys are even really working.
Do you do birthday parties?
Yeah, I mean,
you have, or do you?
I'm open to it. I've done. It wasn't like on the books, but impromptu. Hey, did you bring any? Yeah, I got my dancing gear. They're like, hey, do you want to? So there's a guy here. He does a troupe. Nadir, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And I hear they do quite a bit. They do women's, they do men's, bachelorette parties and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that if I put the work into it, I could put together a troupe that was probably pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm just at that point, like supply and demand. Somebody, I guess people don't know about a commodity if it's not advertised, but that's a part of it. I don't really want to advertise that. It's just word of mouth. If people know.
It's a private thing anyway, most of the time.
You would get the better customers anyway from someone who liked your work, respected you, and referred you to a friend. And you're not just doing parties, in any old apartment complex or this or that. Like, how many people are going to be there? What's the demographic? How do I perform? What do I need? Who am I appealing to?
Exactly.
Because I've lived a lot of places, and I've had a lot, and I've had nothing. And when you've done both, happiness, you realize, is nowhere in that spectrum. That spectrum is it's a parallel, or it's a different line altogether. But that's where you play, in all those things, because we don't take none of it with us.
No.
What we do take with us.
Never seen a brake shorts fall on the house.
Yes, sir. But what we leave is the most important, and that's, how did you treat people? Did you hold the door for that little lady at the supermarket, or were you too busy trying to get to your car to go meet some Tinder thing? Man. I know. Did you stay in the room and turn the lights off and shut the doors when everybody left the house? Just conscious of, how am I doing in life? And if we don't take a little spot check every day to figure that out, like, we'll be in the ditches wondering how we got down here. Oh, it's deep. That wall's so high. You walk down it. you climb down it yourself, brick by brick.
So you figure it out.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I call it self-inflicted, man. You did it to yourself.
Yeah.
But those are the ones that cry the most.
Oh, yeah.
Like little babies. The ones that do it to themselves. And then they think the world owes them everything.
It's our fault.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, it's not my fault. I might have been right there with you half the way down, but you remember that point when I did a U-turn? And I said, you might not want to, this is kind of, it don't look too, well, now you're there.
Yeah.
You can lead a horse to water. You can give people the information, all the cliches, but they're true.
Yeah.
The reason cliches are even there is because they're true.
They are true. They do exist because of that reason. They are true. And most people can relate to them.
Yeah. And we're not so different, really. Everybody in the world, and the thing, everything's pop culture and social media marketing and what's trending. And, you know, I don't know what's trending. What area of the country do you live in? You know, it's all filtered and channeled into regions based on marketing, based on commerce, based on greed, based on who has the more toys is better. But at the end of the day, we don't even know who we're serving.
Right. I'm telling you.
Wow.
You know, careful.
And not to go to church or mosque or temple or whatever your choice of place might be, insert reference here. Those are all just something that give people the ability or the pathway to build their own personal relationship with whatever energy is flowing into them. And what we miss out and what we mess up is that we think that it's the religion that's the focus, and it's not. It's the relationship.
It's the relationship.
Because I can suit up and wear my pretties and be at every time that the door's open and not have nothing in my heart.
Yep.
And I might never make it into one of those buildings and be closer to something that somebody's never seen than anything in the world. Because when you lose in everything, you get close to what's in you. And you either make friends with it or it'll get you.
And the point there is that it's no matter how much or expensive these tangible toys are, it's really what's in your heart, man. You can be a billionaire and not be happy.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
You could be the most miserable person in the world. So all of that does you no good unless you here. Yeah. You got to be here, and you got to start here, and then you end up having to finish it there, and then what you do for others, man. But I tell you, I live by that, and I always say that when you just asked me, you said you're very jubilant this morning, and you know what my motto is?
Tell me.
When I wake up in the morning, my feet hit the floor, I say it's a good day.
That's a good day.
It's a good day.
Above ground.
I'm above ground, man. It's a good day. Anything else don't matter.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way I roll every day, every single day.
That's good stuff.
It's a good day, and because of it, I can keep a smile on my face.
Yeah.
And some sunshine.
Some sunshine. Yeah. You got some sunshine. I can feel that. Hey. I love what Uber does for opening a channel for people to be able to have conversations they wouldn't otherwise have out of a necessity.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to get from place to place.
Yes.
People are afraid to talk to each other these days.
Yes.
So when I get to take an Uber, it's like, okay, let me pick your brain. You know, let me see how your life might benefit mine.
Yes.
Through information that you know. You know, and that's what we do. We learn, we share. We were built to have relationships.
Yes.
We were built to, and it's the foundation of everything that makes us who we are is that inner human connection.
Mm-hmm.
Because way before all the fluoride and all the things that started affecting our bodies, like we could communicate without words. We didn't have language yet, you know. And we had people were thriving. They were eating. They were living. They were surviving. And yeah, we've advanced, and I think that's great in some ways. But at the end of it, you know, look at those little towns where, you know, they're not affected by all the technology. It doesn't all reach out there. And go have dinner with one of those families.
And the fact is, they're happy. They're happy. They could care less about the world that you and I live in here. They could care less.
I don't know nothing about it.
No. They could care less.
My friend from church told me to get one of them Twitter things, and I told her I don't need no Twitter. I'm going to sit outside and listen to the birds if I want to. You know, I could just hear my grandma now. She's like, just get me a flip phone. I don't like it so big, and I can't, all this stuff that's going on with it. She was like, just stresses me out.
I hear you.
She's like, I don't need everything that's in that.
I ain't mad at her.
I don't need everything in that little box. Just talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Right. What do you want?
Yep.
Just tell me.
Yep.
Don't have me trying to figure all this out electronically.
I don't live my life. I don't need all this.
Somewhere I've heard that.
Yeah. From some really great people, I'm sure.
I'm chuckling, man.
I love it.
A lot of people can do without that. Yeah. let me do what I've been doing. I've survived all these years.
You know,
and I'll continue to do that.
You know, my least favorite thing to hear someone, like if I'm asking somebody a question, the response to that just burns me up is, oh, I just order mine online.
So, I know, right?
Order it online, you can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't taste it,
dog,
you can't talk to someone about it. Like, how does this feel?
I was just in a conversation this week about that very thing.
Oh.
I'm not lying. I was just this week. I was talking to this lady who's I had to order something online and I got to go get it because the sale, the price is good and this, and end up having to take it back. Wrong size.
Right.
I said, see, that's why you need to go to a store where you can feel and touch what it is that you're purchasing.
There's a reason we have 5 senses.
Exactly.
Smell, sight, touch, taste, sound.
Yes, yes. And now you gotta pay money to send it back.
Yeah.
Who knows when you're gonna get it?
Pay a return fee. It's got to go to China.
Yes, yes. That's crazy as hell. Not me. Put me in. If I'm gonna do it, put me in the store.
Yep. And now it's like, hey, y'all want to go to the mall? What for? Just order it on Amazon.
Right.
I don't have an Amazon account, okay? I don't want one.
I don't either. Nope, you're right. Don't want one.
Using the right lane, make a slide right turn on Interstate 440 West.
But I mean, for jobs, I hear they're doing real good for if you worked for them.
Well,
but I mean, what sacrifice are you making?
Well, I can promise you on that note, they making that almost mandatory. I don't think that you can do a handwritten application for a job anymore.
No.
If you don't do it online, you're not going to be considered for that position.
Well, because the input, the ENIAC of today, the original smart computer that took up like 10 rooms, now it'll fit in the size of your pinky nail.
Yes.
But that is what's choosing what they see, whose application goes through, what keywords, what search engine optimization, I think is the term, SEO, for what keywords are picked up on the internet and filtered and chosen and used the most, so that if those are in your resume, that gets you seen. But they're always changing based on statistics. And it's an algorithm that says who's going to get the job. It has nothing to do with, I'm not a good test taker, I don't put things in the box correctly, but watch me sell these whatever.
Exactly.
Watch me work, and it won't matter what the math says.
Right.
Because it's what my soul does. It's my energy. It's people are attracted to that spark, and we're not living in a world where spirit is a spark anymore. We're living in a world where the spark it's not even, I don't even know. It's depressing.
Yeah.
So servers, hotel staff, dancers, performers, those people still live in a world where you can influence based on your life. But retail, stuff like that, except for those few people like us that are still going, looking for that, you're not initiating, you're not igniting any new sparks in people. But sometimes it's that one person you meet on the way to a bistro on the side of the road that you weren't going to talk to, that lights an idea in you that you would have never had that would change the world. But that's what they don't want. That's why it's get it while you can. Get it to you. Let it come to you easier. Because as history's proven, we will build the tower too tall.
Yeah.
We will get too close.
Yep.
And it'll have to be knocked down. So, in a way, the internet is its own tower, but it keeps us from building one too quickly.
In fact, it can be your own worst enemy.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, how do you use the enemy to your benefit? Because it's a have to.
Yeah.
But is it really? Can you survive without it? Yes. Can you thrive? Can you thrive without it? Yes.
I can.
So you don't have to compromise that part of you.
Right.
And so many people do. And it's almost like I kind of really want a flip phone, and I want to know that where I'm living is where I'm living, and that's where I'm going to be, and I can make my contacts, and I can build my network, and then I don't need the internet, a computer, or a phone. I would love to be off the grid. Abso-freaking-lutely. Because all I'm doing is giving them more data points to use for their gas marketing thing, or who needs the newest sweater or cell phone.
Do you know most kids today, they have no idea what a landline telephone is?
I know.
Never seen one.
Yeah.
And if you actually showed them one, you mean you don't have to use that?
Mm-hmm. You mean you couldn't just call anywhere?
Exactly.
You mean this thing is always on it? This doesn't come off?
Exactly.
The cord?
Exactly. Unbelievable.
I remember at my grandma's house, she had one of those 6-foot cords, but then you stretch it and it'll go like 36 feet.
You got that right.
Well, there wasn't no curls left in it because we would get on the phone and go down the hallway and into the bedroom and shut the door, and you had that one spot in the door where you shut it, right? Because that's where the phone cord goes.
Yep.
If not, you'll break it and we'll have to go buy another one, and then nobody will be able to use the phone because Daddy gonna whoop us. Yeah.
Oh,
and your sister she's done figured out how to hold the receiver down, pick the phone up, and then lift it up. So she's listening to your phone calls. I hear you breathing, Crystal. Get off the phone.
I'm laughing because that's so funny, but it's so true.
Yeah.
I remember.
But that was the good stuff. That's the stuff.
Yes.
The stuff I.
And half of the kids don't even know what it is.
That's the stuff I miss.
Never seen one. Oh my.
You can turn to the next one.
Go to the next one. Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna have to do my blog this morning.
Take the right turn on Hansford Lane.
Yeah.
I started writing a blog. My